And for my second deck of the Ultra Prism to Darkness Ablaze format is Vikavolt V. And while I'm not a fan of lock decks, Vikavolt V is getting a ton of hype, so of course I built the Vikavolt V deck. Who cares that a playset is going for 80 Rebel Clash packs? I mean, you saw me open one, hopefully in my previous video, but I had to buy the rest. That's why I have 6. Some mistakes were made. Let's just say some mistakes were made. With Vikavolt V, the whole goal is to shut off your opponent's items as soon as possible, then do 190 damage with Super Zap Cannon to take knockouts, though it does come at the cost of wasting 2 energy. Since this is a pre-rotation list, hang on, let's see if I can find it. I have Electropower in the deck, I have Thunder Mountain, gotta have those. It's an electric deck, you have to have Thunder Mountain and Electropower. I'm also playing the Mareep from Lost Thunder, that is also rotating. Basically with this, you just put your opponent's active to sleep, and then with Slumbering Forest, they have to flip 2 coins to wake up, and if they can't play items, they can't use Switch. So I think what you're going to see happen is a lot of decks play Mallow and Lana, because that is, well, Mallow and Lana or Birdkeeper, there's very good support or switch effects. The good thing is that if they play something like Mallow and Lana, they're most likely not drawing cards unless they use Dedenne or Crobat. So you just want to shut off their items, hope that they can't recover, put them to sleep, and then Super Zap Cannon for the knockout. And the good thing here is that Super Zap Cannon does 220 with 1 Electropower, and I have the Tool Scrapper for Zacian V. But yeah, you can knock out Zacian V very easily, just you can also get knocked out in return really easily. And that's where the deck kind of shows its issues. You know, there's definitely some rough matchups because Zacian V not only draws, but it attaches energy to itself, and it can take a knockout on Vikavolt V unless you have the Cape of Toughness, and I only have 1, so, I mean, if they Tool Scrapper it away, you're kind of screwed. On the flip side, something like Baby Blacephalon has a tough time against you because you shut off their crystals and flints and retrievals, and you can 2-shot Blacephalon all day long if you use Electropower correctly, and if they don't have items, then they can't recycle their Blacephalon. And if you're worried about powering up Vikavolt V, don't worry, obviously you have Thunder Mountain, but you also have Turbo Patch. Yes, the coin flip card extraordinaire. Flip a coin, if heads, attach a basic energy from your discard to one of your basic Pokemon that isn't a GX, so that's how you get it powered up. Additionally, you have Tapu Koko, but towards the end of the game, Turbo Patch is going to be very valuable. You know, you probably Tapu Koko on turn 1 or turn 2 just to power up the Vikavolt V's Paralyzing Bolt. And then once you use Super Zap Cannon, energy is going to be in the discard, so you have to start relying on Turbo Patch. And I've talked too much, let's just get to some games. Okay, could this be my first ever matchup against Eternatus? I am seeing that. If it's something like Spiritomb though, that would be kind of funny, but I'm hoping it's Eternatus. I've never played against Eternatus. And I think I want to go second, even against Eternatus. Great start. It's always good to start a Vikavolt V. In my testing, I only had 3 Vikavolt V at the time, so I was always starting things like Marshadow. Like, you play 1 copy of Marshadow, I always started the damn thing. And this doesn't really tell me a lot. It's probably either, okay, whoa, is this Mad Party? What am I playing against? And okay, so I just have the knockout if I can get an energy. I think, oh, okay, well let's find out. Do I have Thunder Mountain in the deck? If I have Thunder Mountain, I'm using Guzma Hala. I do. I have Cape of Toughness. I have another Speed Lightning. So yeah, I'll just go and grab probably another Vikavolt. Or somebody I can discard? No, probably grab Vikavolt. Mareep would have also been an option. Just because I don't need Mareep. I don't know what this is, but hang on, did I play an Electropower? No. Okay, so I'm knocking out the Zigzagoon. What do I ditch here is the question. I really don't want to lose really anybody, but I think that and that are the most expendable. So I get Thunder Mountain, Cape of Toughness, Speed Lightning. You know, the reason I got rid of Dedenne is because I think I have another Dedenne, so that's not too worrisome. And, you know, Marnie, I don't know what I'm playing against, so I don't want to overbench. And there you go. And you might have noticed at the beginning, I don't play Zeraora. I do kind of miss Zeraora, but It's just a target. What am I playing? Oh dear. Okay, so that's the Alolan Persian GX. That's not good. But as long as I just... Oh, well, I don't play Ordinary Rod, so hopefully they don't do that again. And, okay. So there's Great Catcher, perfect. And that's why you play Crushing Hammer. So, didn't play Electropower. I'll play Electropower now just so I can knock it out. And Alolan Persian GX is immune to Special Energy. So as long as I don't put any Special Energy on this one, I'll be fine. There's the Marshadow. I think that'll be fine even if I don't do that. And there you go. You can't play items. What are you going to do? So I don't know what I'm playing against. Is this an Alolan Persian deck? Is this just a discard deck? What is this? Okay, so there's Alolan Persian. I can still use Paralyzing Bolt. You know, that's the thing. It stops damage. Oh, it prevents effects. Okay. Cool thing here is that I kind of just got it. So, oh, I don't have Tapu Koko. Okay, that's slightly annoying. But I'll just get my other Vikavolt and... Oh, Tapu Koko, why are you prized? Okay, so my options here, don't want to use Super Zap Cannon. I don't think I want to switch quite yet. I mean, if I get Crobat, I don't think I'm screwing myself over. You know, this is why I like Crobat, is because it's not destructive. Dedenne's very destructive. Crobat is not destructive. And let's see if I flip heads on this. I do not. I have a lot more energy. Sure, I'll just, I guess I'll just attach there. Okay, so I have the knockout if I can get the necessary energy. Unfortunately, Thunder Mountain is prized. I am down 2 Turbo Patch. Or sorry, Tapu Koko is prized and I'm down 2 Turbo Patch. So this isn't going to be great. But I can keep their items on lockdown, so that's fine. If I can hit this, that would be great. Okay. So they're not doing anything. I will just do that, and I will stomp their items again. And it's a little boring, but I mean, the point of Alolan Persian is that it's supposed to stall, but they're not expecting me to do the same to them. And there's another lightning energy, so I just have the knockout next turn. You know, I'll see if I top deck another energy, and if I don't, I'll research. You know, I do want this game to be over with kind of quickly. There's an Absol, so that'll be annoying for them. I'll Electropower, I will switch, and then I'll research. If I don't get an energy here, that'd just be sad. Okay. And I have Turbo Patch, that's great. I think I put the... no, just in case they have like an item that they like to play. Do that, get rid of 2 energy, and they can play items, but I have a lot of stuff. So my prizes were amazing. I had Boss's Orders in the prizes, I have Tapu Koko, and yeah, you don't like getting an Absol played against you, do you? So, and that's fine. So I'll just Turbo Patch, hope I get it. Yeah, I mean, I can 2-shot the oh geez. I can 2-shot the Absol, I can 2-shot the Coughing, not really worried about that. You know, I think I pretty much have the game wrapped up, but they can play their items now, so congratulations. And there's that. So I think this is just like a dark box. Okay, there you go. So there's game 1 win. Let's see if I can see their deck list. So yeah, they just had a bunch of stuff. Oh, they had Malamar. Okay, so just a dark deck with a whole bunch of stuff. And then I'm guessing a lot of their wins come from Alolan Persian just because it can stop tag teams, Ultra Beast, and Special Energy. But that's a convincing win for Vikavolt. Let's go to the next game. Well, unless they're playing some mind games, I'm thinking this is Reshizard or Centiskorch or something. And, okay, so they have the Energy Spectrum sleeves. I did spend, I think, a pack of Rebel Clash to get the Energy Spectrum sleeves. I just wanted to have them. They're very nice. And, okay, so pretty good start. It's a little disappointing to have these guys in my hand right now. But, you know, you Crobat first, then you Dedenne, you don't Dedenne, and then Crobat. They play the Tool Scrapper. That is a bit unfortunate, but I should be okay. And yeah, so hey, they play the pre-release one. So they're not going first. That is good for me. The thing that's bad for me is that this is not a great matchup. Okay, if I play a supporter this turn, I want that supporter to be boss's orders. I want to boss's that, I want to hit that. Okay, well, that's even better. So I know that they play the thing, but that's fine. So I think I just Cape of Toughness, do that. Perfect. I don't think Slumbering Forest is what I want to play this turn. So I think, what do I want to do? I want a Great Catcher for sure. So I think I Great Catcher the Reshizard. Get rid of those two. And then I bench that one. I put the Crobat V down. Just because the way things are going to work out, I think that's the thing to do. I have the Marshadow. I don't know if that's going to be necessarily useful. Do I want to attach? You know, how risky am I feeling right now? I have tons of energy in the deck. I haven't played a supporter yet. I don't think Absol is going to be that useful. I think Mareep is going to be very useful, though. Because another Vikavolt, Absol, they're not going to manually retreat. I think Mareep is the smarter option here, and they don't play Chaotic Swell, so Marshadow is useless. It's unfortunate that I'm losing the Reset Stamp, though. There's bosses. Okay, so I didn't get what I needed. Let's see if I hit the Turbo Patch, because, yeah, that will determine what I do. So I didn't, so I have to blow up the... Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch into the Mareep. So Slumbering Forest actually would have been really smart here. I'm an idiot. Well, hang on, let's see. No Slumbering... Okay, oh, jeez. Okay, well, I didn't have to waste the switch, but there you go. So I do that. And if I'd had to burn any Electropowers for any reason, I would go for a Super Zap Cannon or something, but I didn't. So here we are. And I'll do Vikavolt Paralyzing Bolt. So it's unfortunate that Crobat V and Dedenne are already on the field, but if they don't wake up, or I mean even if they do wake up, I can just switch, and I can Paralyzing Bolt one more time and then use Super Zap Cannon to take the knockout. I either... You know, maybe I should have used Turbo Patch. I don't know. It's tough. So they're awake. That's bad. There's a Quick Ball. That's good. So I think the game plan is still the same. I switch into Mareep, put it to sleep. I retreat. I mean, I can Dedenne right now, but they might do something like retreat. You know, they might Mallow and Lana. They might... Welder and retreat. It's just, I don't know what they're planning. So are they going to Welder? Yeah, that's what I thought they might do, but that's an interesting call, though, because they know I have the knockout with Super Zap Cannon. Do they have anything? No. Okay, so they're awake, so I have to take the knockout this turn. And I am taking the knockout this turn, so that is amazing. Yeah, just go directly into a Super Zap Cannon. Yes, they have their item, but, I mean... Get rid of those two because I can Turbo Patch them. But I mean, they can't really do anything. They can't Flare Strike. They can't... You know, they don't have enough energy to Flare Strike for starters. They would need to double Welder to do that. I really don't want to be in a position where I am knocking out Volcanion, so it's really good that they're going for another Reshizard. Or Charizard and Braixen. Okay. I still have to put the damage on that thing, though. You know, I know they have Mallow and Lana. It's unfortunate that I had to lose my Reset Stamp so early. There's Boss's orders. But if they use Bosses, they're not using Welder. There's Greens. Okay, so they have a really good hand. But they can't really do anything. Like, if they... I mean, they have Mallow and Lana. They've used Greens. They're basically preparing themselves... to use Welder next turn. They're not planning on me using... Oh, crap. Well, hopefully I get a Quick Ball or a good supporter or something. Or how about just everything I need? Marnie is amazing. That is my backup Reset Stamp. You know, I don't want to go too crazy on Reset Stamp. Like, you should probably play 2 in this deck. But Marnie, I mean, it doesn't matter where you are in the game. Marnie is just really good. The unfortunate thing here is I'm going to have to attack with somebody I don't want to attack with right now. So I think I just Thunder Mountain. I don't want to waste my Electropowers. I just want a Marnie. So that's good. I will... do I even want to Speed Lightning the active? Because I can knock out the Volcanion. I mean, they can Flare Starter. I'm going to boss his next turn. I think I attach to the back one and then just use Paralyzing Bolt and see what happens. Because I could have used Super Zap Cannon, but I think that would have been a dumb idea. I want to just knock out this all day long. And if I get enough Electropower, I can. I haven't used any. My deck is either my deck or my prizes are full of Electropower. And I should have one more Dedenne, hopefully, fingers crossed. So if they ever attack with this thing, they're in trouble. And I don't care about Brilliant Flare, that doesn't take a knockout. Crimson Flame Pillar could be slightly annoying, I guess, but I want to knock this thing out. Okay, so there's another Marnie, that's awesome. I think I attach to the active. What do I do? So if I Super Zap Cannon this thing, well, hang on. Let's see what's in the deck first. So I do have Dedenne. How many Electropower do I have? I have 4 Electropower, but I would have to bosses. I think I just, I'm not in a rush here. I have 4 Electropower. The longer this game goes, the better it is for me. And the longer it goes, the worse it is for them. So I think I'm in a good position right now. My Turbo Patches are going to be very important at the end if this game goes how I think it does. But just the thing with this deck sometimes is you have to lay back. You can't press the issue. You have to just lock their items. And see, they can't play Tool Scrapper. Yes, they have one, but they can't play it. And yeah, I don't want to lose my boss's orders, so I'll just Paralyzing Bolt. So they might come up with another Volcanion. Okay, they didn't. So I can just go for the win this turn. I don't need the bosses. I think I put the other Vikavolt into play. I Turbo Patch to it if at all possible. And then I sort of just see if I should Paralyzing Bolt or Super Zap Cannon. So they're getting Welder. They're drawing 3. I have to assume that somewhere in that hand is Mallow and Lana. And if I Marnie them out of it, that would be great. And if I Marnie them out of it, then they can't, okay, so they didn't use Pokegear. So I think that means they have Mallow and Lana already in their hand. So Marnie would be by far, yeah, they're just going to Brilliant Flare for it. So I have to Marnie them out of their hand, Turbo Patch and hopefully attach to this one. Alternatively, I can just get all of my Electropower and just win that way. So I have a bunch of different things I can do. Mareep could even be the MVP here. So there's a switch. I don't need that. So I definitely want to send that to the bottom of my deck. That is bad. Okay, Dedenne would be nice. That's interesting. So the other Vikavolt is useless. Do I press the issue and go for it this turn is the question. I'm definitely putting it to sleep. I think for them to win this game... Okay, well hang on. Let's see if I can flip heads. Perfect. I think for them to win this game, they have to be attacking with Charizard and Braixen. So I think I'll just Paralyzing Bolt, and then if they don't have it, then I can just go get Dedenne. They didn't even wake up. So it just depends. They can't play items. I think I have it. They're going to greens from Mallow and Lana. That's totally fine. Because I just need an Electropower and I win. So this is why Vikavolt is so good. You stop your opponent's strategy. Not being able to play items. Look how many items are here. This whole block is items. They can't play those if you use Paralyzing Bolt. Look at all these other items. They can't play them. Vikavolt V is just really powerful, and I think I can just win it from here. So there's Guzma Hala. I don't want that. So I will do that. I will put the balloon on it. I will switch into Mareep. I will, definitely get rid of Guzma Hala. I don't know why it's been so impossible to get these Electropowers here. But I have 19 cards left in deck. I have supporters. I just need one Electropower and I win. Okay, that was way more difficult than it needed to be. Just to make sure, 220, yeah, that's perfect knockout. So I was in control that entire game. I had a great game plan, not to toot my own horn, but just that's why Vikavolt is so good. It doesn't take a big brain to play. You just have to have, you don't have to be crazy good at the game to be able to play Vikavolt. And I think I'll play one more game, even though the first two were kind of perfect. I'll take a chance and I'll go for one more game. Okay, let's see what happens here. And while Vikavolt V might be a great deck right now, rotation's going to hit it so hard. You lose Electropower, you lose Mareep, you lose Thunder Mountain, you just lose way too much. And this isn't the worst. If I'd gone second, this would have been a great starting hand. And I say that as someone who usually starts horrible hands with this deck. But starting 2 Vikavolt, yes, Centistorch. I haven't really played Centistorch. And the reason, there's 2 reasons I attach the energy to the back. One is it's safer there, and 2, radiating heat, you can just discard energy from your opponent. That could be annoying, actually. Okay, they should have actually played the Fion. That would have been a big brain play right there. And there's Volcanion, so they're going to try and get that in the active. Stopping them, that's really good. If I stop them from playing items, that doesn't really matter. They just, they have a kind of powered up dude already. There's a research, good, because my only supporter is Marnie. And they do play the heat energy. I know I'm going to build Centistorch and forget to play that. I really do want to build Centistorch before rotation with Electro GX, because I think that would be so much fun. But is this going to be a long game? I don't know. I think I'm unfavored. I'm favored against the Welder deck if I go second. I'm unfavored if they go second. And they went second, so I think I'm unfavored. I can't Great Catcher that thing. Speak of the card. So I'll get rid of that. I know it can power itself up, but I think I switch into you. I play the Electropower just to give myself some options. Okay. That is absolutely horrible. This is definitely going to be a loss. Remember when I said at the end of game 2, I shouldn't play another game because it would be horrible? Well, this is literally the next game. But it's good to show Vikavolt's problem sometimes. If the sleep sticks, Mareep is great. If it doesn't stick, Mareep is useless. Mareep is useless, and you just put a card in your deck that needs an air balloon and needs a whole bunch of other stuff to make work, when really you just want to shut off items. And, Vikavolt V, I really like it, but again, post-rotation, it's not going to be great. And you're seeing right now, Mallow and Lana can really hurt this deck. Bird Keeper isn't great either. And their hand, so they're holding on to Mallow and Lana. That's a smart move. I didn't get an attack, though, so I'm basically 2 turns behind. It just all depends. Do they get a Centistorch VMAX? If they do, that's pretty much game, because I cannot recover. I cannot beat a Centistorch VMAX, right? Alright, so they did a couple things. They put their Crobat V down. They're thinking about their options. I don't think they have very many great options, because this is still a Centistorch V. They get that VMAX into play, it's all pretty much over. And wow, that Centistorch VMAX is just going to start taking huge knockouts, because it's 40 plus, right? So that would be, hang on, my brain is thinking. So yeah, they basically have a knockout on a Vikavolt. Okay. Basically have a knockout on a Vikavolt at this point. Okay. Need some things to work out. I'm not going to bench anybody else. This game is going to go perfectly. I don't need to put Dedenne down. Don't need to put anybody down. Actually, that is amazing. So yeah, I'll put the Speed Lightning Energy down. Crushing Hammer. No, okay. I really don't want to have to use this Electropower. So I could use Thunder Mountain and just be like, well, I'm getting knocked out next turn, but I have to save Super Zap Cannon. This is horrible. Yeah, I can't do anything. I can tell you right now I'm going to lose this one. There was no good option there. You know, if I shut off their items, who cares? They have supporters. They could just manually retreat it. They're going to have a Senti Storch VMAX. There was just no good option. Like, I have to assume they're going to have a Senti Storch VMAX and it's going to have a ton of HP. So whether I let the Volcanion live or not, it didn't really matter. I mean, if they whiff a Senti Storch VMAX this turn, that would be wonderful. I highly doubt that that's going to be the case. And there's a Heatran. Okay, that's a great GX attack in this deck. And if you're wondering, Heatran is staying in Standard. It's from Unified Minds, so it's not going anywhere. There's a research. So they're churning and burning right now. If I could get into a position where I could, you know, trap the Heatran in the active, and then I just shut off their items. Oh, wow. Okay. So this thing has 370 HP. They're adding an energy to it. Yeah, Senti Storch VMAX is great. And Vikavolt V is also great. You know, these are two really... Okay. No. So I don't really want to put anybody else down. I think I just... you know what? Maybe I will. It's kind of a dumb idea, but I'll just do it anyway. Who cares? And Paralyzing Bolt. So we're going to take the knockout. I think I have a chance to knock this thing out next turn. I am down 2 Electropower. That's going to be tough, but I think I can. I can do 260. And hang on. 260, 340. No, I can't do it. I need to hit Crushing Hammer, Tool Scrapper. This has to be the greatest turn in the history of me playing PTCGO for me to take this win. So I'm going to stamp them to 1. That's a start. So stamp to 1. I'll Turbo Patch and hope. So there you go, Turbo Patch. Let's get it. Nope, that's a great start to this turn. Okay. And I don't even see a supporter. I really don't want a Great Catcher the Heatran, because that goes against everything I'm trying to do. So I have to Quick Ball that. Go get Crobat. I have to bench Dedenne without using its ability. I have to retreat, or I guess I could just switch into Vikavolt. But I need... As I attach this turn, I need some things to... Oh, geez. Well, these need to be some 4 really good cards. And I was so close. I was so close to it. Do you see this? Okay, so let's try the stall strategy. Actually, I don't think I want to hit into this, right? I'm not going to waste their time. Let's just hit into it. So I would have been able to do 260. That would have been 340 if I just gotten a better supporter. Like, I didn't get anything. There's a Marnie. That's fine. Like, there's literally nothing I can do. As soon as this gets into the active, I lose. So I think, yeah, because they have 1 prize left. I have to take this knockout. You know, I could just leave it there, but they have Mallow and Lana, so they put me in a checkmate scenario, so I won't draw this out any further. Yeah, Senti Storch, great card. Vikavolt, great card. Great cards all around. I'll sign off right now. I have no idea what videos I'm doing tomorrow, so if you want to leave a comment below what you want me to do, you know, I can do Mad Party, Butterfree, Spiritomb. I'm going to try and get Senti Storch. I don't think I will, but just let me know some pre-rotation decks that you want me to try, and, you know, I'll try and take them for a spin. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.